7 green apples. Mvelan. Okay, come back. Let's start learning. Mvelan, come here. A girl has 7 green apples and 6 red apples in a bag. She picks one apple at random from the bag and eats it. She picks another apple and eats it. Draw a tree diagram to illustrate all the possible outcomes. If you join a group, you should also save bundle. Because I have a lot of videos. On statistics alone, I think I have 40 videos. Then on cubic function, I have another. So, save bundle. My videos, the moment I bring everybody on board, I'm sending those videos. Then later on, I might send the recording of a live session. 10. I'll read the condition again, don't worry. I was just warning my good friends. This week was just got How many types of colors? Okay, let's read this again. Listen. No, you don't worry, Likezo. Don't worry, I got you. A girl has 7 green apples and 6 red apples in a bag. So how many total apples are in that bag? How many apples are in that bag? My good friends, how many apples are in that bag? Combine 13 apples, eh? Very good. So there are 13 apples. So she picked one apple at random from the bag. At random means we don't know which color of apple she got, but she got one apple and ate it. Okay? Then she picked another apple and ate it. Say, draw a tree diagram to illustrate all possible outcome. So, Mamera, listen. We have green apple, so I'll go for G, and we have red apple, R. Even here we have G, R, G, R. So, listen, we are not sure which apple she got first because the thing at random. Say, draw a tree diagram to illustrate all possible outcome. So, Mamera, listen. We have green apple, so I'll go for G, and we have red apple, R. Even here we have G, R, G, R. So, listen, we are not sure which apple she got first because the thing at random, she picked an apple and she ate it. What we only know is that in that bag there are 13 apples, 7 of which are green, all right? Then 6 of which are red, all right? So, if we get to assume that maybe another green, so here green peso itenga. This green apple, when she was getting that green apple, it was out of how many? It is 7 out of 13. There are 13 chances on how, there are 7 chances on how she can get the green apple out of 13. So we get to write 7 out of 13. These are the chances on how she can get the green apples. Remember, when she was getting it, she wasn't looking. After she got it, that's when she realized what she got. So the chances of her getting a green apple is 7 out of 13. Okay? Then, Bakamba Kuti, ya red. What if it wasn't a green apple that she got, but a red apple? So the red apple to be 6 out of 13. We write 6 out of 13. We are done in the first trial. Now, remember, whichever color of apple that she ate, it wasn't replaced. So the apple that she ate, the first apple that she ate, wasn't replaced back. Meaning that the total number of apples were no longer 13. They are now at 12 because it was anadia mambala. All right. She ate the first apple. So the number of apples reduced. And a number. Okay. So now we are not sure which apple, because we are trying to check. We are not sure which apple she ate. It's either the green apple or the red apple. So if it was the green apple that she ate, green apple anadia, meaning that the total number of green apples will no longer be 7, but will be 6. Because here 7 adia ilmumala. So it will now be 6, but out of how many? 12. All right? Are we 7 adia ilimumala. So it will now be 6, but out of how many? 12. All right? Are we going to say that even now, yared yanadia, yared total zakwana zankalamu 6, but out of 12? Then we say maybe it wasn't even a green apple that this one ate. Maybe it was a red apple. So if it was a red apple, that means the total number of green apples will still maintain to be 7, but out of 12. But yared yanadia mambala will be 5, but out of 12. This is how you get to illustrate on the tree diagram. All right, this is how we get to illustrate on the tree diagram. Kwasila, tadia na mamax. Yo, practice. Vipite mo hivi. If these are the things that you normally do every day. Vipiteni mo hivi fintu mweva na wakwaleza. Tafia shupe hivi. The beginning of passing exam is to remove stress. So, huyo akambodala. Remove kakafia. Remove kafia kakuti mkaya. Kapaiza vipepa. No. Hey, Nancy, I didn't understand. Was there a Nancy? Or watch from up? Listen. But Nancy. Vera Nancy. Nancy. Guys, pay attention. Also, first titipa live, mwashimika kona wanzan, then you back on the live. Muti chinga manje. Tai, mona ni already maraiti ya enda, mabati enda ya drain. Vera Nancy. Ka probability. 7 adia ilimumala. So it will now be 6, but out of how many? 12. All right? Are we going to say that even now, yared yanadia, yared total zakwana zankalamu 6, but out of 12? Then we say maybe it wasn't even a green apple that this one ate. Maybe it was a red apple. So if it was a red apple, that means the total number of green apples will still maintain to be 7, but out of 12. But yared yanadia mambala will be 5, but out of 12. This is how you get to illustrate on the tree diagram. All right, this is how we get to illustrate on the tree diagram. Kwasila, tadia na mamax. Yo, practice. Vipite mo hivi. If these are the things that you normally do every day, vipiteni mo hivi fintu mweva na wakwaleza. Tafia shupe hivi. The beginning of passing exam is to remove stress. So, huyo akambodala. Remove kakafia. Remove kafia kakuti mkaya. Kapaiza vipepa. No. Hey, Nancy, I didn't understand. Was there a Nancy? Or watch from up? Listen. But Nancy. Vera Nancy. Nancy. Guys, pay attention. Also, first titipa live, mwashimika kona wanzan, then you back on the live. Muti chinga manje. Tai, mona ni already maraiti ya enda, mabati enda ya drain. Vera Nancy. Ka probability. Vera Nancy. Ka probability. A girl has 7 green apples. Okay, Nancy has 7 green apples and the red apples in a bag. Can you hand the bag? All right. She picked 1 apple at random and ate it. All right. Meaning that the total number of apples will reduce because Nancy ate 1 apple. Okay. Then she picked another apple and ate it. So draw a tree diagram to illustrate the possible outcome. Your passion now be in order. Washika bwanji nayo. Nansi uko bwanji. Kupisha para hivi yanga. Umuyofya mwana wa vini Nansi munga umziwa. Now listen. So we have been told that there were 7 green apples. Out of how many? 13 apples. Then there were also 6 red apples out of 13 apples. All right. So we are not sure which apple she ate or which apple she got at first. So we're now assuming, okay, which apple did she eat? But the fact is that she ate one apple, meaning that the number of apples reduced. Instead of being 13, they became 12. So the probability of getting a green apple at first was 7 out of 13. And the probability of getting a red apple, it is 6 out of 13. So if she ate a green apple, that means the total number of apples, then the total number of apples will no longer be 7, but will be 6. That's why I've said 6 out of how many? 12. The total number of green apple will maintain to be 6, but out of 12. Then, what if it wasn't even a green apple, but a red apple? That means another 6 and 5, but out of 12. But yeah, green as a maintainer. That's how we write our done. Let's mind our comments, guys. Yoga Prince, watch it kabwan. Easy. I can't pass without saying hi to Lottie in the building. Hey, bro. Hi. Now, saying what is the probability that the first apple eaten was green? What is the probability the first apple eaten was green? And what is the probability that apple vanadia first inari green? Are you getting this? What is the probability that the first apple that this person ate was green? The probability of this person eating green. Okay? Remember, the probability that the first, this person ate 2 apples. So, but they have only told us that the first one that she ate was green. So it can be green, or greeny, red. It can be green, or green, red. So what is the probability that the first apple she ate was green? So there's a possibility that she started with green apple, then went for a red apple. Or she went for red apple, she went for green apple, then another green apple. There's possibility green. So it's either another green first followed by a green in angle, or another green followed by a red. Those are all possible outcomes. So we are going to say 7 over 13 times red is 6 over 12. Plus, then we say 7 out of 13 times 6 out of 12. Okay? Then we simplify. 6 1, 6 12, 2. 7 times 1 is 7 over 13 times 2 is 26 plus 6 1, 6 2. 7 times 1 is 7 over, it was to get. Mwedidi, my denominator they are same, just add them. No better you are lying. If the denominator, as we say 6, 26. 26 into 26 is 1. 1 times 7 is 7 plus 26 into 26 is 1. 1 times 7 is 7. So the probability of eating the first green apple is 14 over 26, which can be simplified. 2 more 14, 7. 2 more 26 in 13. The answer is blow.